To my son, I write to you now from the sofa of your mom and dad's first home, sulking in an event your dear old dad has looked forward to his entire, but comparatively shorter than most, life. I hope someday you will get to experience the pure joy I'm experiencing right now.
Well, hey everybody, what's going on? This is Pat Erickson down here at the Wrigley Fire Bar and Grill, and I'm just reminiscing back to that glorious November 2nd day in 2016 of when 108 years of desperation, despair, misery, failure all came to a crashing halt on a rainy night in Cleveland.
Hey, what's up? This is Neil, aka The Ticket. My World Series memory, I had a 4-year-old and a 10-year-old at the time. So I was in my living room trying to watch, I was watching and trying to be as quiet as I could. Chris Bryant made the throw to Rizzo. His foot slipped a little bit. I literally could not contain. I wanted to yell. I wanted to scream. I didn't want to wake my kids up. So I had just had this emotion inside that I couldn't let go, and ended up just bawling like a baby.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. The Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over, and the Cubs have finally won it all.
Anyway, Game 7 of the World Series. I was on duty at the firehouse in DeKalb, Illinois at Station 3, just off of the campus of Northern Illinois University. And as luck would have it, I was able to get the entire game in. I was able to watch the game. We didn't have any fire calls, emergency calls, so I was able to at least enjoy the entire game. And it was going great. And then, as the Cubs have been doing to me for years, the carrot started to dangle and get pulled back a little bit. You had the collision between Ross and Lester. Runs started to trickle in. And then Rajay Davis.
The GOAT, the Black Cat of 1969, the collapse of 1984, the Bartman game. I don't believe in this one, to be honest. If you fall in love with this team, with this game, I will tell you all about these.
The funny thing, right after that, I would say within 3 minutes after that final out, the guys at work basically piled on top of me in the middle of the room, screaming, yelling. I was crying like a little kid. And about 3 minutes after that happened, we actually caught a call, believe it or not, in Greek Row at NIU for a couch on fire in the middle of the street. We figured, it's just college kids out, messing around, whatever. So we took the turn onto Greenbrier, and it looked like a mini version of Clark and Addison. The streets were lined. There were Cub flags and W flags everywhere. People out dancing in the street. And yeah, there was a couch on fire that we were able to put out quick. But I even was blaring "Go Cubs Go" out of the PA of the ambulance. It was one of the greatest nights of my life, and I got out and I have a Cubs decal on my helmet, and people were seeing that. They were running up to us, hugging us, taking photos with us. Couch fire was put out, obviously. And I came back, and I think I might have finally fell asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it wasn't because of work. It was just because I was on cloud 9.
2016 Cubs were the team picked by almost every national media outlet to win it all. The season started with an injury, moved to a no-hitter, and ended with 103 wins. Since the Cubs haven't won since 1908, it's hard not to think about who hasn't seen this. I feel spoiled to be 27 years young and get to witness this history without waiting as long as others. I think of your great-grandfather Frank would have loved to see this, your great-great-grandmother Harriet, and so many more. I'm sorry to keep reinforcing this, but you are so blessed to be born into a family of Cub fans after the biggest burden in their history has finally been lifted. So, my beautiful son, Kyle, Anthony, Frank Rogowskis, I hope you instill the qualities of the amazing individuals you're named after. Kyle Hendricks had an unbelievable 2016 campaign. Without the benefit of an overpowering fastball like his elite counterparts, Kyle led the majors with a .213 ERA. He He used his Ivy League intelligence to outthink batters with his repertoire. May you inherit his drive for education and excellence. Anthony Rizzo is the heartbeat of the Chicago Cubs. His back-to-back 30 home run, 100 RBI seasons take a back seat to his incredible charity work and good demeanor. May you inherit the compassion he has for others while understanding the power of positive leadership. I can't wait to share all these things with you. Someday we can read this together. Until that day comes, I want you to know that I love you more than words, and I'm excited for the world you come into. Love always, your dad.